Scroll and Dagger presents Quest of Ruin. Episode 25. The Bloody Hand.
Hello and welcome to Quest of Ruin, the post-apocalyptic fantasy role-playing podcast. I am your host and game master, once again here to lead these intrepid adventurers through the world of Tor.
Yep, we're here, we're ready, let's do this.
All right then, we shall. So, you've been travelling down the river from the Sonrai College looking for the settlement of Sacara. You had run into a dam made of the corpses of dead wasters who then attacked.
Yep, and you were right. Definitely scarier than the one we met in Stonehelm.
Well, quite. Anyway, you were about to be overrun when you were rescued by a unit of archers who took out the wasters with a volley of arrows.
Rescued being an interesting way to put it.
I was thinking, did all my research stuff survive? I didn't take it with me when I jumped in the water, right?
Yes, it was fine. It was in your satchel which you left on the raft. It might have been hit by an arrow, but nothing serious was done.
Okay, good.
So, the wasters are all dead, the immediate threat is over. What would you like to do first?
Oh, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do first.
What in the nine hells of Mornauer were you playing at, human?
Ridding my land of the taint of wasters, as is my duty. Now, unless you wish to join them, you will tell me what business you and your crew have in Sacara, elf.
So we made it. This is Sacara.
I am asking the questions, orc.
And who are you to ask such questions?
I am Captain Duilio Custodio Jose Abarca, Marshal of the East Wall and Warden of the Riverbank, and, in the name of Blessed Ilaheld, you will tell me who you are, or I will have you shot.
Well, there's your answer.
Forgive my companion, Captain. Long years on the road have left him mistrustful, and have rather worn away on his manners.
But not his ears. I can hear you, you know.
My name is Yellow Tangleweave. Me and my friends have come here in
You
hopes
are of the Fae.
Yes, I am.
You need not smile. We have had little dealings with your people. None of them good.
Oh.
And who are these others? This ill-mannered elf of yours?
This is Laethar Monrunn, and besides him is Aiolin Skullfumpa of the Remnant Library.
I have not heard of this library. I did not know there were orc scholars in the world.
Well, there are a few of us.
This is Balink of Capelbar.
How'd you do?
You intend to come to Sacara?
Yes?
Then you will keep your goblin under control. If I hear of thievery, I will know where to come.
Excuse me?
And the same goes for this one, this Via Hunter who stands with you. We know of their kind, and their ways.
Me?
Their name is Vurieth.
If you are indeed coming to Sacara, you will accompany us now. We will make our way back to the Holy City together.
All the better to keep your eye on us, eh, Captain?
Just so. Regiment! We march back to the city.
We'll catch up. We just need to get our belongings from the raft.
See that you do not take too long. The gates of Sacara are sealed until the morning. If you do not wish to camp outside the walls, you had best be accompanying us.
Think I'd rather camp outside if they're all like that.
We did try and tell you. Sacarans aren't known for being welcoming.
I didn't expect that they'd be so... Well, hostile isn't quite the right word, but...
Seem pretty hostile to me.
To me also. They claim to know of my people, but I am sure that none of the caravans ever came this far north.
Oh, I'm certain not a one of them has ever had dealings with an actual Ashlander. They've heard stories and speculation and formed an opinion based on that alone. You know how these things go.
That is disappointing. Oh, but one other thing I noticed is he called Sacara the Holy City. But I was under the impression that there were no real cities anymore, well, apart from Stonehelm.
There aren't. Stonehelm is the last city. Sacara would have been called a large town in the old days. But it is the centre of their religion, and Holy Town doesn't sound quite as impressive as Holy City. So they built high walls around their settlement, a huge temple in the middle of it, call it a city, and flare up at any who point out otherwise.
Ash and oil, I thought you must be exaggerating. But after that guy over there, I'm really starting to have second thoughts about this lot.
Well, we are here now, and we'll just have to do the best we can until we can move on. Come on, let's grab our gear and catch her.
Who comes to the eastern gate?
It is I, Marshal of this wall.
Approach, Lord Captain. And who are these who come with you?
Visitors to our lands, waylaid on the riverbank.
And you did not leave them to their fate?
They claim they are here to visit the holy city.
If you vouch them safe, Captain, then the gate is opened.
You will lock it behind us.
It shall be done, sir.
Move,
Excuse you.
Just walk, Laethar.
and you shall get down.
Aw, what? Why?
Because I say so.
Surely, if you wish to keep an eye on our goblin in case of thievery, then having him up here on my shoulders, where he's clearly visible, is a better idea.
Yeah!
You misunderstand me. This is not up for debate or question. I have given you a command and you will obey. Unless, of course, you wish to leave the city and not come in at all.
Will you walk with me, little one?
Sure.
These people stare a lot. I must confess it makes me rather uncomfortable.
We can be stared at together then.
I appreciate the solidarity, my friend.
Move! You will follow this man here. He will take you to an inn where you may buy room and board for the night.
We can find a place for ourselves.
I do not doubt it, but this way I know where you are. In the morning you may go where you wish, but be warned. Any law breaking will be strictly punished, no matter your status out there, and we will be watching.
Yes, thank you, Captain. Understood.
I hope it is. Now, I shall bid you good evening.
Well, I did not care for him.
What a total...
Yes, I think we can all agree. His manners left much to be desired.
I think we should brace ourselves, for most of the folk here acting much the same way.
We can deal with that in the morning. For now, let's just go and get whatever sleep we can.
Well, it certainly seems a prosperous place.
Lots more staring now, though.
Let's just get what we need and get out of here.
And where exactly are we getting out of here to?
If we stock up on rations, we could get a fair distance.
Suits me fine.
Well, no point in heading back north, and I know going west would be a bad idea.
Agreed.
So then, our choices are either south or east.
South would take us towards the Ashan Plains and the Sea Line lands. We might have good luck there. Plenty of monsters that require slaying, and the merchant lords are always looking for guts.
That does sound promising. What of the east?
Eastward lies Nan Amrun, and then Crandur. Probably a few opportunities that way too. Plus, I could check in on the Remnant Library. Make sure everything's still running smoothly.
Both sound promising. What was left of my people moved to the Sea Line lands after the war. It might be nice to see them again.
Well, before you get too excited, let's get some food first.
Ah yes, good point.
All right, excuse me? Hello? I would like to buy some food. Am I invisible?
No, she's just determined not to see us. I suppose we should have expected as much. These people don't seem eager to talk to us.
Oh, is that what's happening? I was starting to think I'd stepped in something.
Aiolin, would you mind being very hard to miss?
What did you have in mind?
Just don't do anything that will get us arrested.
Oh, you needn't do much. But you do have a good foot and a half or so on her, and you do loom very well.
Right. Excuse me. We were hoping to buy some food, if that's all right.
Well, I suppose so. What is it you want?
We need travel rations, dried meats, nuts, oats, seeds, then some fresh vegetables, cheese, bread, enough for 10 days.
You have money?
We do. How much?
You want 10 days rations of 5 of you. Then that'll be 400 marks.
How much?
That's insane.
This is good quality food.
I don't care if it was made by the High King of the Aeron himself. There is no way it costs that much.
That's twice what it should cost.
If you don't like it, move along. But I can assure you, you won't find a better price in the city.
You know that, do you?
Oh, I guarantee it.
Marvellous.
I do not understand.
She's ripping us off because she knows we have no other options.
How despicable!
Oh, it's not that much, really. Besides, I'm sure a band of adventuring types like you can afford it.
That's hardly the point.
Please, good woman, be reasonable. You must see that that's not a fair price.
I must see nothing of the sort. The price is the price. Take it or leave it.
I really think you should reconsider.
Well, perhaps.
Oh, spirits!
that?
Let's find out. Hello? Is anyone down here? Are you hurt?
Or are you dangerous? Come out, wherever you are!
I cannot hear anything.
Nor I.
That scream sounded nasty, though.
Perhaps it was children playing.
Do you think any of the kids round here play?
I certainly doubt it.
Vurieth, we may not enjoy these people's company ourselves, but that does not mean...
Hold up. Look there.
Hello?
You there, miss? Do you require help? She's dead.
You were talking to a dead body.
Hush, Binks. Laethar, was she...
Murdered? Yes, look here, around her mouth.
Poison.
Perhaps she took it herself.
No, I don't think so. Look at her eyes.
She was afraid, and there's a scream. Bit strange to poison yourself and scream about it.
Oh, whoa, this is cool.
A poisoned woman is cool?
Not like that, just, look, poison is kind of like bang bangs.
How is that?
Well, you get the measurements off just a little and you mess the whole thing up. Try for a quiet, no-fuss, quick poison and could wind up with a drawn-out, slow, burning, agonising...
Yes, Binks. Thank you.
I just respect the craftsmanship is all.
I think I can understand. But a woman has been murdered. We must do something... Wait, what is this?
No way. Did the killer leave a note? Or did she write it? What's it say?
Aiolin?
Yes?
What do you make of this?
No, quite
No writing or anything. It's just a handprint. Is this blood?
Looks that way. I once heard a story of a killer who used a similar symbol to announce themselves. I was wondering if you'd heard of anything like that.
I think I might have. I'm not sure. Sorry. I've been so focused on translating the Caladelu stone these past few days, it's difficult to think about anything else. It does sound familiar, though.
We should sound the alarm, I think.
Oh, I think that's already been taken care of.
Aw, how bad do you want to bet our luck is?
What do you mean?
You'll find out.
So, what have we here? A dead body and a group of outlanders.
This is what I meant.
Yes, I see.
Who is she?
Adalia Corona Arita, heiress of the noble Arita family. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Excuse me? We had nothing to do with this.
A likely story. A group of outlanders, a goblin, and a viajante among them. And eyewitnesses say you were discovered beside the body. I think we have finally caught our murderer.
No, you have not.
Captain, thank Illaheld you are here. We have... Wait, what do you mean?
These outlanders only arrived yesterday. They cannot be who we are looking for.
Maybe they snuck into the city and killed the other two.
You dare suggest Holy Illaheld allowed the walls to be crossed so easily? Think of what you are saying, fool. However, today's murder is a different story.
You can't be serious.
But whatever the case, I have been passed word by the High Council. Sacara is to be locked down, the gates secured. No one enters, no one leaves, under any circumstances.
What?
See to it, will you? I shall handle the outlanders.
Sir.
Captain, you must believe us.
Quiet. I must believe nothing. You were discovered at the scene of the crime beside a freshly murdered member of the city's aristocracy. However, I do believe that Lady Aritza was killed in the same manner as the two others, and I believe it unlikely you could have replicated this method of killing so soon after arriving.
So, where does this leave us?
Well, the city is locked. You cannot leave. I should imprison you on suspicion of murder. However, I do not think it was you, and, though I hate to admit it, we need help uncovering this murderer, and a fresh perspective might be just what we need. So, I suggest this. If you are able to discover this murderer, this poisoner, then you will be free to leave. I shall even speak to the Merchants Guild and convince them to reduce their prices.
How did you...
I told you, I would be watching.
Perhaps you should have been watching for the murderer instead.
Do not get clever with me, elf. I can still arrest you, should I wish.
Where do you suggest we start?
2 other noble houses have lost people to this poisoner. Bolivar and Ortega. I suggest you start with them. Here.
What is this?
A writ of entry. You will need it to get into the upper district.
Thank you, Captain.
I am not doing this for you. I do this for Holy Sacara.
Of course.
Oh, one other thing.
What?
This is not a sanctioned action. You may go into the upper district and ask questions, but you may not claim to be doing so in any official capacity. And if you cause trouble for yourselves, not I, nor any of the guards will help you.
Understood, Captain. I really do not care for him.
Blood above. This place is almost the size of the library.
This is all one house?
It is a bit much.
Oh, don't give me that. I remember your old house back in Aiolin.
I was a lord of the line of Ithalim. I had to keep up appearances.
I'm sure whoever lives here would probably say something very similar.
Look, are we doing this or what?
Yes, all right.
Who is going to knock?
Depends. Which one of us will make the best impression?
Maybe we should have asked the captain to come with us.
Investigating is going to be difficult if they will not speak to us.
These folks are going to be posh, right?
I mean, probably.
Well, Laethar sounds the poshest. And if we cover up his ears, he could pass as human.
Excuse me?
Ah, yes. Good idea. I have a spare headscarf in my bag.
Even if I agreed to do this, which I haven't, what am I supposed to say? Oh yes, hello fellow human. I'm out for a stroll with my friends, the Orc, the Fae, the Goblin and the Ashlander. By the way, did anyone in your family die recently?
You can say that we're helping the guards and, well, you're helping us.
And you think that's believable, do you? That one of that lot would help a band of non-human outsiders?
The captain is helping us. In a way.
Because he has no choice.
Look, Laethar, I know you don't like it, but I don't think we have any other options.
Oh, very well. Give it here.
Do you need any help?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you go in, introduce yourself, make some polite conversation.
Yes, all right. I promise I'll be perfectly lovely.
Then ask about the murder.
I understand. Do we know who was killed here?
I asked one of the guards on our way in. It was the patriarch of the Bolivar family. Apparently he was high up in the council. One of the masters of the coin, I think.
A banker. Wonderful.
Be nice.
Right, done.
Not bad.
So it's easy to remember. Just nicey chit-chat, whatever humans talk about, and then casually bring up murder.
Let's just get this over with.
Is it strange that there are no guards here?
Now that you mention it, that is a bit odd. Especially given how many there were at the entrance to the district.
The people living here probably don't wish to see armed guards patrolling up and down their estates. I imagine they think it ruins the aesthetic.
So, there's nothing stopping someone in this district from breaking into one of the other houses?
Oh, but Balink, didn't you know? Someone of this class would never do such a thing. After all, crime is something only grubby peasants do, and they're not allowed in here.
I'm amazed there's anyone still alive here.
Humans are very strange.
Well, we're about to make nice with one of the strangest of them, an upper-class human.
Yes?
Good afternoon. I am here to see Lady Bolivar.
You are?
Yes.
And who might you be?
Quiet your mouth, you impertinent little man.
What?
You are addressing an agent of the Holy Inquisition of Illaheld.
An inquisitor? Oh, I do apologize, Your Holiness. I will fetch the mistress immediately.
Well, see that you do.
Nice work, Aiolin. How did you know about the Inquisition?
Honestly, I once read a book about Sacaran architecture, and the Inquisition building was briefly mentioned.
That was a bit of a gamble.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Oh, here she comes.
Good Lord.
Who answers the door wearing something like that?
Shush! You are the Inquisitor?
I am, yes.
Inquisidor Leoncio Buscadore Alfonso Monrunn.
You are Lady Bolivar?
I am. Are you here about the murder of my husband?
Yes, that's right. Some new, evidence has come to light that we need to discuss. May we talk?
Yes, of course. Please, come in. Oh, these others. Are they...
Oh, they are the ones who highlighted the new evidence. They are assisting me with the investigation.
I see. I am surprised to see an Inquisitor working with outsiders.
If I may be frank with you, my lady, they arrived suddenly, and so I am keeping them with me to ensure no funny business occurs.
Ah, I see. Do you wish me to call my house servants? They can keep them under guard while we talk.
No. No disrespect meant, but I'd rather keep them where I can see them.
I understand, of course. Please, come in. Emilio, bring buttered wine for our guest and his assistant.
So everyone in this place is just a straight-up arsehole?
Yep, pretty much.
She totally did it.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, so what happens next?
Right, we're nearly out of time, so I'll wrap it up here. You follow Lady Bolivar into a very grandiose living room. The servants bring out drinks, which are given to each of you. Balink and Vurieth, you guys are getting some very suspicious looks. Aiolin, you're getting nervous looks, and Leah, you're catching some wary glances. Lady Bolivar takes a seat and invites you, Laethar, to take the seat opposite. And that's where we shall stop for today.
Cool.
So, I guess we're just standing awkwardly in the background?
If you like.
Hang on a second. We're relying on Laethar for this.
I'm regretting my idea.
Well, we shall have to find out next session if your idea pays off or not. Thank you to all of you who joined us this week. Join us again next time.
Quest of Ruin is a podcast distributed by Scroll and Dagger and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License. Today's episode was written by Gareth Cadogan and Ciel Barrie. It was produced by Gina Moriarty and directed by Gareth Cadogan. Original music was produced by Evangelos and Anastassatos. To see the full cast list, view show notes and ways to support us, visit scrollanddagger.com and rate us wherever you find your podcasts. Thank you for listening.